All right, welcome once again to Spitball Cinema, and it's Christmas time.
Yeah.
So, talking Christmas movies.
Merry Christmas.
There you go. Yeah. Hi-ho. Here we are talking. We're talking before, and we're like, yeah, we're going to do traditional Christmas. And what do we do? Straight into South Park.
Yeah. I wasn't doing.
It's a tradition.
I wasn't doing South. I've never seen South Park.
Really?
I don't like South Park. I've seen bits
Well,
of it. and I don't
how
like
do
it.
you know?
How do you know?
If you
I was
haven't
doing
watched
the-
Mr. Hanky the Christmas Poo.
Well, I was doing the Merry Christmas from Bugs Bunny and Lethal Weapon last week's thing because he comes on the TV and he's like, "Merry Christmas." That's where I got that.
Oh,
I didn't know it was a.
Well, the hi-ho, boys and girls. Yeah, that's
It's a
all South
Christmas
Park.
poo.
Oh, I had
Yeah.
no idea. Wow. Okay.
All righty then. Well.
This episode not sponsored by South Park.
Or Charmin either.
Yeah.
Nah.
Or poopery.
Yeah.
Stuff works, man. Stuff
You know what?
works.
This stuff does work. It's the tackiest thing ever, but
Look.
it works.
We need to get back to Christmas, okay? We're talking about
Christmas.
food
Well, we
stuff.
all
Shit.
have to take a number 2 during Christmas.
I bet Santa did.
That's the
But
coal.
his-
That's the coal he left
Hey,
in your
that's how
sock.
you. That's how you know that he wasn't there. You know, it's like,
Maybe his reindeer did.
Oh god.
ugh.
Why do you
Anyway.
think Rudolph's got that nose so we can see where he's walking?
There you go. Hey, Rudolph's got game. You know, he landed Clarice. She's the hot little doe. You know.
Yeah. Speaking
So-
of that, yeah. For me, I mean, I remember watching those as a kid. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh yeah.
But you know what? There was
Those
one
are the Rankin Bass.
that it had that weird motion,
What was the stop motion?
stop motion
animation. Yeah.
And you loved those. I mean, every time they would come on TV, it just, that's when you knew it was Christmas time. They had that special feeling that even the smell around Christmas, you know, there's a certain feeling and smell about
I'm
it.
gonna say, what did your TV smell like?
Despair.
Just
Depression.
loneliness.
Look,
But yeah, but the old Rankin Bass ones were great. You know, when they had the snowman comes out there, and it was a Burl Ives.
Burl Ives.
Doing the
How many
snowman.
times was Burl Ives in these things? I mean, because it seemed like
He kind of narrated all
Yeah,
of them, I
yeah.
think.
The way Frosty, and he'd start telling them, and then he'd break into song, you know, Frosty, the snow-" you know, it was always great. You know, it was Christmas because there's Burl Ives dressed like a snowman.
Oh, yeah.
Or even had the little goatee like.
and it
Burl
always
Ives.
made you want to drink iced tea while watching them.
Really?
He
Why?
just did the Burl Ives, did the Lipton tea
Oh,
commercial.
he did. That's right. That's right. I was like, what in the hell?
God.
No, but those things were fun. But I'll
They
tell you what,
are.
the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer one was just a hoot. I always loved that one. I loved it, but the Island of Misfit Toys.
Yeah, but that little freaky elf, you know, I used to hate because he'd always be like ting 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 work as the dentist, you know. I always didn't like dentists, you know, and he's always
Nobody likes a
he's
dentist.
working on that.
I love my
he's working
dentist.
on those toys'
Nobody loves
teeth. He's
dentists.
like ting 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 ting. You know, I was like, you little bastard.
Well, I mean, he really was a crappy elf. But, yeah, he really
Yeah,
was not a good elf
yeah.
at all.
Remember, he had
But-
that yellow hair with it was like curled up like Elvis or
Like
something.
Conan
You
O'Brien.
know. But yeah, those were great. You know, remember all the reindeers? They were all dickheads and they were being mean to Rudolph and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and even Santa. You know, when his dad was Dasher, I think was it?
Yeah, I think
Dasher?
so, yeah.
And he put that fake nose on Rudolph, and when he got excited over that chick.
Oh, yeah.
That chick reindeer, and he
Clarice. Her
Yeah,
name's
Cla-
Clarice.
yeah,
Yeah.
Hello,
Clarice.
Clarice.
Yeah.
Way different movie.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew Anthony Hopkins took that from Rudolph?
There you go.
Hello, Clarice.
No, but I mean, they did a
Are the
great.
reindeer still screaming?
No, they
Well, at least the Bumble didn't walk out wearing Clarice's skin,
Yeah.
you know, so that was good.
Goodbye, horses.
Thank goodness we're talking traditional,
Yeah.
wholesome Christmas this
Santa
time.
once tried to take a survey of me. I ate his liver with some candy. The fava beans and a candy.
I would definitely watch that Christmas movie.
with some cookies and milk.
Oh, we're
Oh,
sick.
good Lord.
Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
you could tell we're all tired, huh?
Oh yeah.
No, but
But you know, they
I
even
love
had
those.
the.
Yeah, they remind me of my childhood a lot.
oh yeah, yeah. I think it's on Max or something. They have Rudolph on right now. You can watch it.
Oh really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Those were a lot of fun. That's
Yeah.
one of the things I wish I had on physical media.
Yeah.
Recently, I just
Yeah.
picked up. They finally did the old Peanuts episodes, like all the different holiday
Try
specials,
really?
on 4K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those would be cool to have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got them.
You know, but what was
But-
that one though? There was one where the abominable snowman comes out, and that I'll never forget this as a kid. A reindeer was like walking out. I don't think
It was
it was
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
What?
Yeah.
Well, he picks up the was it Rudolph's mom? And picks it up and takes a chunk out of it and throws her across the fucking North Pole.
Hell
The
yeah!
North Pole. Yeah, there was one where he picks her up and takes a bite and throws the damn reindeer to the side. Yeah.
I don't think so, Scott.
Well, maybe not Rudolph. Maybe it was another one. I'm telling you, it scarred me.
It,
I don't know.
it
I
was
was
Sa-
like,
it was South Park.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, probably.
No, even you can ask my sister too.
Remember the one where the abominable snowman comes out and
I do
Luke
remember
Skywalker cuts his arm off
No,
and everyone has a Merry Christmas? Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's one where they pick up
Jedi business. Back to your
That's
dreams.
picks up the reindeer, takes a chunk out of it, and throws the bitch across the pole like that. It scarred me.
If I'm not mistaken,
was a female dog.
I believe they take some rock and hits her with a rock, and then
No, there's one where he
Carries her
picks him
there.
out and bites the sucker. Maybe it's not Rudolph, but maybe it was another one. I don't know, but I'm just telling you, I'm gonna find that.
dude, you had a messed up childhood.
Let's
if
talk
that's
about your
if that's yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
No, I just remember it takes a rock, like a big rock. It like smacks one of them, and I was always like, "Ooh, that looks painful." But I don't remember.
Did you really?
her,
Did you
like,
go? Ooh, that was painful.
Yeah, because
You
I was
don't
like,
remember
8,
them
and I've been hit with rocks because
picked it
I was
up
unloved.
like it was a reindeer steak and took a bite and threw it
No,
and threw her.
I think you're smoking crack.
No,
Like, you got a phone with YouTube. Get on it.
No,
Let's prove this
my-
son of a
my-
bitch that he's wrong and he is ruining Christmas.
my,
If you're not eating reindeer, you're ruining Christmas.
If you're not terrorizing a poor little Scot who
right.
called
You're
the
not-
elf a
probably good for
bastard,
diabetes.
You're not traumatizing
Hey, reindeer
small
meat's
children.
good for diabetes. Lower your blood sugar.
But I bet you know, in all those shows they had really good messages. Even if Santa Claus is kind of a dick in that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer one, he was a little, you know.
He's tired, you know. He
well,
knows
he's
what
gotta
he's got to
be,
do.
you
Yeah.
know, he's
Yeah.
gotta be careful so he doesn't ruin.
You know, he's got to be jolly all around the world,
Yeah.
so he's the dick at home.
Yeah,
you
there
know?
you go. 364
Yeah.
days of the year, he's a jerk, and then one night he's got to be good.
He might be
so.
slapping around Mrs. Claus and stuff. You never know. You know.
Wearing
Where's
his,
my
wearing his
cookies?
wife beater
Yeah.
and going around the North Pole. Get off my snow!
he's like,
Get off my lawn.
he's like, I need almond milk. I'm lactose intolerant. That was a reindeer.
What
Well,
is this
reindeer
slop you
intolerant.
fixed? Wham!
This tastes like
Yeah, you know what? But I always thought that the abominable snowman, the Bumble, in that was, I always thought it was kind of scary. I mean, when I was little
Yeah.
and watching that, he was scary.
He was.
You know, and he had like the big jagged teeth. So when he actually yanked out his teeth, you were just like, oh,
Well, then, yeah,
wow, that's
towards,
kind of fun.
towards the
Yeah.
end, then he comes and smiles, and you see he's all
Doesn't he like,
He's got no
he
teeth.
got under the teeth. You
Yeah.
know?
He's hanging up stars and stuff on the Christmas trees.
Yeah, his eyes are all glowing and stuff. You know,
what
all
was the end,
twinkling.
what was the end song that they sang? Yum yum.
You remember the song?
I think that's the Ewok
That's
song.
the Ewok song.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Y'all are freaking me out tonight. Ho ho! Oh man!
That's Snoop's version.
But I tell you,
Yeah.
one of my
What's the internal temperature of a tauntaun? It's lukewarm.
yeah,
Yeah, you heard that one before.
I've never heard that.
Oh hell yeah, that's a classic.
But anyway,
definitely not Christmas though.
Yeah, the Rudolph ones, and then Frosty the Snowman, which that was kind of
Half and half.
when Frosty melted at the end, I mean that was disturbing too. Because here this dude was talking and stuff, and next thing you know, he's a puddle of water.
Oh yeah, and he's trying to keep the little girl warm,
Yeah, he's
and
trying to
he's
keep the little girl, and he's
trying
all
to save her life.
he's
Yeah.
all sweating and stuff, and next
The
thing
deleted scene was
carrots.
carrots, get some ice.
They cut back, and the little girl, she's sitting there crying because he's just water and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you think somebody could have
pee.
got a mop out and cleaned him up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but going back to those old Rankin Bass though, the remember the heat miser in the was they call it the cold miser or the freeze
yeah.
miser or whatever,
It was
and
like-
they had those songs and they'd go back and
Yeah.
forth, and it was the young Santa Claus when he first
had a
got
red
started.
Beard. Didn't he have a red beard?
Yeah, he's like a young kid with a red beard.
With a red beard.
And it was like his first time out.
Yeah, he's all skinny and stuff.
Yeah,
Ah.
those were pretty good, but the songs were fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, it's been so long since I saw those. Maybe that's one where they come in and they bite the reindeer and throw it to the side. I don't know.
Wasn't it a tree or something?
What's with you and like?
I do kind of
Like
remember
chomping
now
on a
by,
reindeer.
but I think it was a tree trunk or
There
something.
wasn't no tree trunk. It was the back of a reindeer. He took a
Or
chunk.
YouTube this son of a bitch.
He picked
Come
him
on.
up and went and threw the son of a gun to the side. I remember me and my sister were like, ah. I'm telling you.
Did your mom run in and
This-
turn it off and go, turn off this awful
And that's
satanic
the way
stuff?
we rolled in the 70s, kids.
Oh yeah, we're afraid to kill a stop action reindeer.
Yeah. But probably one of my favorites is The Grinch That Stole Christmas.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that is a good one.
The one
excellent.
with Boris Karloff.
Yeah,
Not the remake, the Ron
No, the
Howard
original one.
The original one. And him narrating that thing. And my sister to this day calls me the Grinch.
I don't
I
know why.
wonder
She-
why.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's really odd. You're only slightly green.
Well, it's I have a cherry disposition, so But yeah,
and his heart shrank 3 sizes that day.
But yeah, the Grinch was always so fun. And then when he was that mischievous grin he gets on his face when he's doing something, he kind of
Oh, the
rolls
whole
up.
face curls
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Maybe that's where I got it from.
Actually, I just always loved his dog. That poor
Yeah.
dog. He had like the one antler strapped to his head,
Yeah.
and he's trying to pull that big sled.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you poor little
Imagine being a
bastard.
dog that we know.
But who would have known
Yeah.
that Frankenstein's monster would end up narrating the Grinch.
Yeah, true.
But I love that one. What other ones?
Well, you got
Well,
the Peanuts gang.
Yeah, Peanuts
Right.
Christmas was always a good one.
Yeah.
That was a classic. That you always, you would check the TV guide and you would find out when it was playing, and
Yeah.
you'd always want to make sure that you caught the Peanuts holiday special, because that was always a great one.
It was.
With Charlie Brown, his sad little Christmas tree, and put the ornament on it, and the whole thing just bends over.
And then the friends come in at the end and say, "It's not that bad of the tree."
Yeah, they get it all decorated up and stuff.
Did
so
Lucy,
it's really
Lucy
good.
even coming out?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Lucy picked up Snoopy, took a big chunk out of him, and then threw him in the yard.
That
Don't you remember that part? Yeah, I was traumatized for a long time on that. Good Lord.
Well, my
Dog
favorite.
germs.
Why do they call Woodstock Woodstock?
I don't know.
Was that from the hippie thing that went on in the 60s, or?
Probably. So my favorite
no idea.
Christmas movie was the Albert Finney Scrooge.
The Albert Finney Scrooge.
Yeah.
Really? Why do you like that
I
one?
don't know. Maybe because of that skeleton at the end with the future past ghost.
Oh, yeah.
That freaked me out. But I like them songs on there, like "Thank you very much." Oh, thank you very much. It's so wonderful to you. You know what that.
It's not a podcast without Dave singing at some point.
Well, there you go.
Did I sing on the last Christmas podcast? No.
No.
You did.
No.
You sang that Lethal Weapon song
What Lethal Weapon song?
at the very beginning of Lethal Weapon.
Jingle Bell Rock?
Rockin' around.
No, it wasn't rocking around the Christmas tree.
Why, that's the others.
But anyway. But
Oh,
that's very
it's
curious
about-
that you like the Albert Finney one and not like the original one. I remember the black and white, the original one. I
Yeah,
liked it the
that-
best.
that
As
one
far as
didn't-
Scrooge.
that didn't move me, but the one with Albert Finney.
It didn't move you. I mean,
1970s.
even when Tiny Tim was dead, and Bob Cratchit is sitting there crying.
You want to know the Scrooge themed one that actually I really love to this day?
Bill Murray,
the Doctor Who. The Doctor Who episode
yes.
with the flying fish.
Yeah,
and the girl that would come back.
What was the name of that episode? It was because I've got it on. That's my favorite. Special.
Yeah, it's excellent. And the Doctor goes back and forth in time and starts messing with his memories and taking him around as a little kid.
He gets older as he goes.
Yeah,
goes
and he
along.
gets older, and you.
Oh man,
it ties the whole story together so well, and it's just got a wonderful
phenomenal.
message. And, just wonderfully acted. The music's
If you guys
beautiful.
haven't seen that, you guys got to research it.
Yeah, and the guy that was in the Harry Potter movies was the guy that played Scrooge.
Every British actor's been in a Harry Potter movie. You're
No.
The
The one who played Dumbledore after Richard Harris.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm trying to remember his name.
Oh my God,
He just died here just not too long ago.
He did. I
Yeah.
love that actor.
What's that?
Do you know what part I love in that Doctor Who thing?
What was that?
Is when they go, "Thank you very much. Oh, thank you very
I don't
much.
think
It's
that
a
was
wonderful
in-
album."
I loved when Matt Smith was seeing Marilyn Monroe, and he was like, Marilyn, get your coat, because she was driving him nuts. Remember? And he yells like, Marilyn, get your coat. And me and Shane were on the floor, we're laughing at that thing, man.
Well, it's still good.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just been it's a very fun, it's a whimsical episode. It ties into the sci-fi aspect really good, and it still gets that whole Christmas. message
Remember
across,
when
so
the
it was
old
great.
man was getting mad at the kid, and he went to like hit him, and it reminded him of his childhood so much, and he starts like crying almost,
Yeah, he
So
kind of recoils. because
that was
he-
a great scene. I mean, the whole episode. That's you're right. That's my favorite. That's my favorite, other than the girl in the fireplace. That's my favorite. Well,
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Matt Smith did such a great job with that.
Yeah,
Because he could do the serious, he could do the
funny,
kind of the funny, whimsical.
He's a great actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He really leaned into that role. But that Christmas special was really one of my favorites. And then and then oddly enough, they did the Doctor Who episode later on with who was the last guy?
Peter Capaldi.
Yeah, Peter Capaldi. But that was with the Christmas truce, the World War I Christmas truce. Kind of themed, and where it wasn't the best of episodes, but it was still pretty solid. But there is a film called La Joie Noël, which actually talks about the World War I Christmas truce. And it's a wonderful film.
Is that one that we saw where they come out on like Christmas Eve from fighting, and they have like wine, they have some drinks together and they stop fighting, and then when they go back to like re-engage, they can't do it. They can't fight each other. They're supposed to go fight it, and they just can't do it because they became kind of friends.
Yeah, and it it's based on
It's a great story.
true events, but it kind of takes all the true events and kind of crushes them all into one, because there were just random places along the front lines where people are just like, hey, it's Christmas, none of us expected to be here. Let's go bury our dead. People, they would have religious ceremonies and stuff like that. And then there was at least one or two soccer games that broke out, kind of in no man's land. But it was just a time where everyone was just like, hey, we used to all get along, and it was just kind of crazy. And then, but they did find that they were having trouble getting people to attack the people that they.
Well, they found out that the enemy, they had common interests. They all love their families.
It's common humanity.
Yeah, they're soldiers having to do what their country has sent them to do, and they found out that they're they just.
Well, and as the letters, people would write letters home, and they're like, "Wow, you'll never believe what happened,"
Right.
And as the military is reading the letters, because they do, to make sure that you're not sending back any sensitive information. When they realized what was going on, they came in there. They kind of clamped down. They'd pull units from the front, break up units, send them to different areas so that they weren't across from the other people, and then they would set up mandatory raids. That's when they started doing a lot of the mandatory raids,
Right?
Just so they wouldn't be prone to fraternizing,
Right.
So they would change it all up. But yeah, I mean,
Well,
Joy Noel, that movie is great. The music's brilliant. The acting is excellent.
What movie?
It's called it's Le Joy Noel. It's a French movie, but it's about the Christmas truce. I got a copy of it. I'll let
Well,
you
it's a
borrow
lot
it.
easier to attack your enemy when you think they're, all monsters. But when you bring the humanity in it, like you say, it's a different story.
Yeah.
It's just like in that movie when they go back when they're supposed to start fighting again, and they're pointing their gun, and they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it because they were just singing and having drinks with these guys and kind of becoming friendly. They couldn't go back to that, killing.
That mindset, yeah.
Do you remember that one part where they're like, they can't fight, so they decide to sing, and they sing, "Do they know it's Christmas time, hello?"
Is he like a jacked up Mary Poppins? That's
I'm
what
not
I keep
sure.
thinking every time he does that. It's like a jacked up Mary Poppins song.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was almost like, well, no, that's more of a Bill Nye. What's the movie? The
Hot Fuzz?
no. The one with Bill Nye where he plays the burned out rocker that does a Christmas song.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like a whole bunch of different little
Yeah.
Christmas stories and stuff. I just can't remember the
never
name of the
seen
movie.
it.
It's actually really, really good. And I'd love to let everybody else know what it is too, but I can't freaking remember the name of the film.
Well, you got a phone right there.
Let's
Look
just
it up.
move
Yeah.
on.
All right, well, so yeah, I love the Scrooge, I guess in any form, but I was always drawn to the 1970s Albert Finney Scrooge. I just thought that was cool. Plus, I love singing, so as you can't tell. So I
Oh,
always
you mean
would sing.
the Albert Finney one's a musical through the whole thing?
Oh yeah,
Really? See, that surprises me that you like something like that.
yeah. See, I like.
But you don't like Moulin Rouge. I don't
All right,
understand.
we're not gonna get into that right now.
Oh God,
But-
let's never get into that.
But anyway,
We'll save that one.
Shane, what's your favorite? So the Doctor Who is your
That's
favorite?
really one of my favorites. Like every year since that's come out,
Right.
I go back and watch that one.
I guess for me, you can't have Christmas time or talk about Christmas movies without talking about It's a Wonderful Life. I mean, you've seen that, right, Dave?
I remember when they would play it ad nauseum when it went to public. What's it called? Public, when anybody can put it on without getting burned for copyright.
Oh yeah,
Public-
it was just
Public
Public
domain.
domain.
Public
Oh.
domain. Every TV, every channel was playing the crap out of that.
Right.
And that's how I saw it. Because I was like, okay, I'll watch this stupid movie that they keep playing. And
Stupid movie.
Well, I just hated it. I thought it was stupid because they played it all the time. And then I sat down and actually watched it, and I loved it. So, I mean,
yeah, it was one of those movies I did not appreciate until I was older.
yeah.
Because number one, it just didn't hold my attention as a kid, But you get into your late teens, early 20s, you watch that again, you're like, oh wow, what a great movie. That was just one of those that you.
Well, plus I just saw the cover
appreciate
or
it
the
more.
poster of it, and I thought it was just so great, a boring rich white family and Christmas. And
Did you really think Rich White?
Yeah,
Did you?
that's how they are back in all those black and white
Oh.
movies. Damn white people. but so yeah, I agree with you big time on that.
It's funny because that was Jimmy Stewart's first movie he made after World War II. He had
Get outta
just
here,
came back
really?
from the war, and he was really nervous about making it because he had been away for 5 years. He was a pilot and a bomber.
Why do you think they
and-
kept that movie quiet? I mean, I'm seriously, I did not know of that movie.
Well, they didn't keep it quiet. It just when it came out,
Was it like somebody held it from being released?
No. It was released. It was made in 1946.
No, I meant like after, like years.
Oh well, I think it's
Later.
just because they had the rights to it, and at the time you just held on to the film rights and things like that. So when TV became a thing, then
That's when they let it
you
go.
had to, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's after so many years. So
He was
public
really- he
domain.
was
Kind of
re-
like Winnie the Pooh. I think is now public domain, And
is it?
yeah, the original Mickey Mouse.
Steamboat Willie.
Steamboat Willie, yeah, the Steamboat Willie version of Mickey Mouse, you can now do a
Whatever you
likeness
want
of or
with it.
whatever you want. Yeah,
Look, I don't care about Mickey Mouse or Steamboat Willie. We're just talking about Jimmy Stewart here. Okay.
Well,
They're talking about
here, you
Christmas.
son of a bitch.
So, yeah.
I'll give you a right one if you want.
But he was real nervous about it, and it didn't do that well at the box office when it came out. Like you say, over the years, TV it became more and more popular as I think it's probably considered the essential Christmas movie.
No, there's one that's creeping up to it.
What's that?
Elf.
I'll give you I'll give you Elf. I'll give you Christmas Story.
Christmas Story was
That's something that we should talk about.
but it's not.
And then the third one's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
No. That's a different league. It's apples and oranges on that. Jimmy Stewart's always going to be up here. It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, God.
Because
but
you got to think about it though.
but D'Angelo and the
Yeah, but think about what the story is, and all of us have been in that, had regrets in our life, And George Bailey is always trying to get out, and he wants coward. No, he's always wanting to do. He's always wanting to do great things. He wants to be an architect. He wants to get out of the little town.
George Costanza got his thing.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's true. No, he does what he has to do, and he feels like he's missed out on all of his dreams, and he doesn't realize what a huge impact he's had
on all these
people.
Yeah, he's he's so beloved in the town, but he's so frustrated at the same time, and everything that he had planned just gets turned around. His father ends up dying. He has to take over the savings loan. If he doesn't, old man Potter's going to take over, and he'll screw everybody. So Jimmy Stewart kind of he does the right thing, and then he, while he's home, he meets the girl that he had kind of a thing with, before she went off to college. He kind of was falling in love with her, but she left for college, came back, but he's so frustrated that he doesn't want to think about getting married, but he just, as that one scene where they're in her house, and he's supposed to be talking on the phone to her friend, and he's looking at her, and she's looking at him, but they're talking, and he finally grabs a hold of her and he shakes her. He says, "Listen, I don't want to get married to anybody." He's just, he's like, he said, "I don't want to get married to you," but he can't help himself. He grabs her and starts kissing her and stuff because he's in love with her. He just can't help himself. That true love thing about the movie. And I thought that was a great scene between him and Donna Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like the Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah.
The one where they did the alternate ending where they go and lynch Potter and all that.
Right. They throw up that dummy and they start doing wrestling moves.
Yeah. He goes, "I'll give you your money back." He goes, "I don't want the money, Potter. I want a piece of you."
Like Dana Carvey. I want a piece of you.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was pretty damn great.
I think they break a bottle at one point.
Oh yeah, back when Saturday Night Live was funny.
You're a scurvy little spider.
Yeah.
Now, back to It's a Wonderful Life, not SNL. Alfalfa was in there from the Little Rascals. He was there as a teenager. He was in the one of the kids when they had that pool that opens up in the gymnasium.
Yeah.
When they're doing the Alfalfa. Well, he's the one that he's with
the girl that
Donna Reed, and Jimmy Stewart tells him to get out. Get away. Why don't you go bother somebody else? And, that's Alfalfa.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I didn't know that one.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, but the other scene that I think there's two scenes. I think the one with Donna Reed and him where he can't help himself falling in love with her, but the other one is after his uncle's lost the money, he's about to lose everything, and he's in that bar and he's praying to God. He's saying, please help me. That desperation. He's so despondent.
Doesn't work.
And and he's sitting there, please, he said, because he says that prayer, he says, I know I'm not a praying man, but I need your help and stuff. And then that guy comes and hits him, because he had bawled out his wife, because he was the teacher. She was the teacher of his daughter, and who had gotten sick because she didn't wear a coat home from school. And he said, I guess that's what I get for praying, and get belted in the mouth, and stuff. But then, when the angel comes, when he's about ready to kill himself and jump off that bridge.
Right.
And then the angel Clarence comes, and he gives George what all of us would love to have. I think everybody would love to have this look back at what your life would have been like if you weren't born. And it actually shows how one man's life, affects so many different people, and I think that it's a great story.
Yeah, that is a good one.
And then you get the the happy ending at the end. Everybody comes through the town because he had helped so many people. They finally come through for him, and then he realizes, hey, I didn't get to do all these things, but I got a wonderful life. I've actually had a wonderful life.
There you go. Well, you know what? We should probably wrap this one up.
Why?
And, because it's about that time.
No, it's
but
not.
What we should do is we'll do our next one, and we'll talk about some of the funnier aspects.
What do you mean the funnier aspects?
Well,
we've been laughing through this whole thing.
Well,
you guys haven't been serious one time. None of us have been serious.
Yeah, well, I mean,
until
us. I'm talking about the movies, because we do have things like Christmas Story. There's a lot of really good ones out there, so.
We still got time, buddy. Yeah, we got time. We've been running around, longer than that. So quit looking at the clock and let's do a few more. We're in the moment here. I'm in the moment.
Oh God.
It's a Wonderful Life is directed by Frank Capra too, by the way.
Do you think George and his wife had sex later that night?
When?
You think Clarence was watching?
Hey, don't talk filthy about George and his wife. You gotta be serious.
Oh, Merry Christmas!
You gotta be serious.
Wait, what was the angel's name again? George?
Clarence.
Oh,
George was George.
Clarence,
Raylan.
give me some eye contact. You want to still go on?
Yeah, let's keep talking about the movies and stuff.
Christmas Story is like the best. I don't care what you say, Frank Capra. I'm talking Bob Clark, Peter Billingsley, Darren McGavin, Scotty, whatever his name is, the one that was in that porno. The guy that kept his tongue did the double dare on the tongue.
His tongue stuck to the pole.
He ends up being in porno?
Yeah, he did a porno.
Okay. It's kind of disturbing that you even know that, Dave.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Dave, we're doing Christmas movies here.
You said you want to keep going on.
Hey, he's got his tongue stuck to the pole.
Yeah, you're talking about A Christmas Story.
His name is Scott something, Scotty something.
Yeah, but why did you have to bring that up?
Well, it's probably because your name is Scott.
I think it was
probably just do that comparison.
I mean, how are you going to bring that up?
Wait till you hear the title. You'll love that.
No, we don't need to know the title, Dave.
Bitch.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. When that lamp,
they've got
that whole scene with the lamp.
When that kid's rubbing the leg and
just, oh my God.
Statue.
When he gets that thing, and it was just the fragile.
Yeah,
he's like,
fragile.
Fragile. That must be Italian. And I'm just like, I lost it. As soon as he said it, I lost it. I started laughing so damn hard.
Darren McGavin was so funny in that.
yeah, and he's like touching the leg. And the mom is like trying to get rid of it.
She's looking at it like, "Are you nuts?" And he puts it right in the front room, in the front window, where all the neighbors can see the lamp. Remember, and the kid said he was so proud of that.
They still sell those lamps to this day.
Do they really?
They do replicas of that lamp. It is just the funniest thing. And then of course, and then I think at some point in time, I think we've all been there, where you get the flat tire and you're there with your dad. He's changing. Your dad's all mad because he can't get all the lug nuts off and stuff. And then woo. There everything goes.
Then you do something. Oh yeah, that was my dad. He would have screamed at me. You know.
He was just like, fuck.
And he went
just like that.
Remember what he says to his mom? Like, I'll tell you what your son said. And he goes, Brandy.
He's got that poor bar of soap in his mouth.
And then didn't they say that he heard it from one of the kids, his friends?
He called the friend.
And they call and you. She says, "This is what he said to my son," and you hear the mom on there that say, "What?" And then you hear her beating the kid on the phone. On the phone.
What I do?
And then remember when they're having that what's it?
That was so brutal.
They were cooking that turkey, and all those dogs come running through the kitchen.
Oh, that little the turkeys,
all those
the
dogs,
bumpuses or something like
Darren
that.
McGavin's like, "You sons of bitches!" and he's chasing them through the kitchen and shit.
I liked it when he kept picking up the turkey, and the mom goes, "Quit eating that turkey! You're gonna get worms."
Yeah.
I mean, just the Red Ryder BB gun.
Wait, I was just getting ready to say that.
Yeah.
Was just classic.
Did you guys get one?
I mean,
I had a BB gun when I was little, or younger like that. Yeah.
I couldn't.
I had
at that age.
I had the
a
BB
22,
guns.
but
I had the BB guns where when you cocked that thing, if you cocked it and left it up like that and pulled the trigger, that thing would slam down on your knuckles. You know, they're not like that anymore. They made them safety, but that thing would. Oh man, you had to watch them.
Damn.
I mean, you had to have some skills as a kid, you know, using the
You really did.
the BB guns back then, because you know. But what kid hasn't fantasized about being the hero? You know, getting the bad guys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like he.
I talked my brother into holding a hat, like taking his hat and holding it, and I went to shoot the hat, and I shot him in the hand. He's like, "Ow, you shot me! I can't believe you shot me!" And I'm like, "Oh,
Well, Judd, you're not very smart. No,
yeah.
he must have had more faith in you and your shot.
I'm a pretty good shot, you know. But I mean, if you think about it, that's a pretty tight grouping for a BB gun, you know.
Yeah, he's a pretty good shot, but he shot Judd in the hand.
At 30 feet. Hey, if the hand hadn't been there, it'd hit the hat.
Good thing you didn't put an apple on his head.
Nah, I could never talk him into doing that.
Yeah, my mom and dad would not let me and my brother have one at all. No.
Really?
Oh God, no.
I remember.
Not that we would have done anything bad with them. I mean, we would just
I remember
set up action figures and shoot them and stuff.
I had this one BB gun, and I was playing the rifleman because I'd watched the rifleman, and I turned around and shot it real quick like the rifleman did, and shot the window of my dad's camper shell.
Oh no!
I went, oops. My dad came out and he said, "Well, you shot the shit out of that, didn't you?"
I think the worst thing I ever did, because we had the BB gun and we're upstairs, and two-story home, in my parents' bedroom they built like a little deck. And so we'd go out there with the BB gun, and we'd get all sorts of rabbits in the backyard because we lived down in the country. And you just shoot the rabbits, right? It was just enough that you'd hit them, and they'd like ow, and they'd jump, and they'd run around like what got me, you know? So they're like looking around trying to figure out what happened. And I shot one, and I'll be darned if it hit it right in the eye, killed it like that. And my brother just looked at me. He's, "You're a murderer!" I was like, "What? It's not supposed to kill him. It's just a BB gun." So yeah, after that, because we had a strict thing in our house that if you shoot it, you eat it.
Right.
So you didn't just randomly shoot something. So dog got it before I did. But yeah.
All right, let's get back to the Christmas stuff.
Oh, we should go hunting on Christmas all the time.
I saw Christmas Story in the theater. It was on my birthday, and we were the only ones. Me and my friends were the only people in the movie, and I didn't realize till later they said that movie tanked at the theaters. I thought it would do good.
Oh, I would have thought so too.
You know, make like at least it's money. But I said, yeah.
It wasn't that, Dave. Everybody's at their home opening their presents, and you were sitting in a movie theater.
My birthday. My birthday's in December.
Oh,
So I got
okay.
fucked.
Okay.
Everybody's at home watching A Wonderful Life.
That's
you know,
right.
Instead of
You're in there.
This is way before it became public domain. But yeah, we saw him. We were the only people in there. We're like, what the
Did you
hell?
take your leg lamp in there with you?
Man, I wanted one so bad.
I did too, actually.
I know.
But
I think the worst thing that I ever did, though, to my parents when it came to like Christmas stuff, was the freaking Star Wars Holiday Special, because I remember when that was
that
coming
was
out,
horrible.
and I was like, I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it.
Yeah.
You know, and it was one of those things. And my dad, he lasted about maybe 25, 30 minutes into that thing.
yeah, it was
And he's
pretty
like,
bad.
I'm not watching this shit. And he comes up there and turns it
Yeah.
off. And I was like, but you can. It's Star Wars.
It's funny when
Oh,
you
it's
mention that to
horrible.
Harrison Ford now, and the look on his face.
Oh, anyone involved in it just gets
the
this look on their
the
face.
look on it, especially Harrison Ford, because he has such a dry sense of humor anyway. But
Yeah.
what
That-
other
that
what
was
other
pretty
Christmas
old.
stuff, you guys? Any other movies that you think about?
I'll tell you what, Elf is just always a classic.
You know, I've never seen it.
Really?
I've never
like
watched
it.
it. I never
Actually,
watched
it's
it.
good.
It's one of Will Ferrell's better movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually
Isn't James Caan in that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's his dad.
Oh wow.
Sorry for the spoiler.
the way to go, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John
Uh,
Favreau directed that too.
Well, thanks.
I
But
didn't realize that.
Johnny
Oh, I'll
Favreau.
be darned. Oh, there you go. Yeah, but no, that's another just classic there. Like Buddy the
Oh.
Elf, where he's just
did you guys ever see Mr. Kruger's Christmas with Jimmy Stewart when he's older?
no.
Never
You never
heard of that.
Never even seen that?
I never
Oh,
heard of
dude.
it either. Yeah.
It's one of the saddest Christmas movies I've ever seen. You know, he's an old man he's lost his wife and everything, and he's kind of down, you know, almost just ready to die, you know, and he has this dream, and was it a dream? No, he was walking through. I think it was a dream. He was walking through it, and they had like these people dressed up like Mary and Joseph and the baby Jesus, and he goes down there and he starts praying. You know, said, you know, thank you for my life and all you've done for me, and I said, and he's crying. It's such a cheerful scene, dude. I mean, you're bawling by the time you watch that thing. It's very uplifting.
Don't you
It's
ever,
very uplifting.
do you ever make fun of me for getting scared of Thriller when you're crying at that old man?
Hey, you know what? This is Jimmy Stewart, not Michael Jackson.
Oh my God.
You know, with his little hand glove and stuff.
Did he have like
This
those
is-
big?
This is Jimmy
Did he have like
Stewart.
those big glasses on?
I mean,
and
one of
stuff?
the greats, the great Jimmy Stewart.
He thought that was.
So don't be talking about Jimmy.
He probably thought
You know, how do you even compare Jimmy Stewart to Michael Jackson?
He
Can you
probably
explain
thought
to
that
me?
those people dressed up as Jesus, Mary, and Joseph was like Shana or something.
Shauna Nod.
Yeah,
Jimmy Stewart and Shauna Nod. It just doesn't make sense, Dave.
it
You know,
does.
no.
You said the movie was made in the 70s.
I haven't even thought of
Yeah,
Shauna.
I know.
Like
Who thinks of that?
30 years.
Really? Oh, that's a Christmas
Get a
miracle.
job. But anyway, any other Christmas movies? Anything else you want to talk about?
There's a ton of them out
Well,
there.
you got
but
the
it's
Hallmark
just,
Christmas movies that the ladies like. I've never seen any. I've only seen one Hallmark movie,
Oh, shut up, Dave.
but
No, there's a lot of those Christmas Hallmark movies. My mom would just watch the hell out of those
yeah,
things.
I heard it's a
And
thing.
I mean, they all have
It's a
the same
thing.
happy ending, and they're all pretty
We never even-
cookie cutter, but
We
they're
never even got
hilarious.
into the Bells of St. Mary, the Preacher's Wife.
Oh yeah.
You know, the Preacher's Wife. All those.
Actually, I wanted to see, and I didn't get a chance to see it because
Going My Way. No,
I'm not going
sorry.
that way. Oh no! But they had the Chiefs Christmas Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
No,
Oh.
no! I was like, I wanted to see that. Well, because they did the spoof. We're in Kansas City, so Chiefs fans, and they did a whole Hallmark spoof. You know, like a spoof like trailer talking about the Chiefs and the holidays and all this other stuff last year. And that stupid spoof movie trailer got so many views that they went and made an actual Hallmark movie out of it. And so I'm just like, man, I kind of wanted to see how that looked, but yeah,
I
have to wait.
I had no desire.
Oh, I thought it was hilarious.
No, I had
You
no
get to
desire.
see Travis Kelsey's mother.
But back to the White Christmas. Bing
Hey, I'm
Crosby.
sure there was lots of tears it was Christmassy.
You know, we're supposed to be
Very
talking
heartfelt
about
message
Christmas
about the
movies,
Chiefs.
and
You
you keep
are.
bringing the Chiefs up and my BB gun. You know,
Preacher's Wife was good. I had great music.
which one?
The Denzel and
Well, did you know there was an original one with Cary Grant,
Yes, I remember that. But
Okay.
I remember the Denzel and
Whitney Houston?
Whitney Houston one.
That song she sings in there is really great. What I like about that, when she's up there singing that song, the camera pans down to Denzel Washington, and the look on his face
Oh yeah.
as he's listening to Whitney Houston sing, it's like he's looking at this great talent of this woman who is so talented with her he had a voice like actually like an angel, you know, and the look on his face, he's just, you can see I don't think it's really acting. I think he's really taken by watching her sing.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's
Plus, she was
Did you see it,
beautiful
Shane?
too.
Did you see that?
No.
Plus, she's
No?
beautiful too. That has to be.
Oh yeah,
another-
and that was like right after The Bodyguard, before
Yeah.
she started getting
Into drugs.
into drugs.
I
But
was never a fan of Whitney Houston.
oh, you're kidding me!
Get
Oh,
the hell out of here! All
She's
right.
my
So
favorite.
this will be
She's
Shane's
my-
last episode.
She's my favorite female singer.
My God.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Dude, she's better
Yeah.
than Mariah, better than Beyonce.
Oh, I
She's
think
the
so.
queen.
She was. It's just her personal life just let her. You know, it's
Yeah.
like a lot of singers. I mean, she met the fate that a lot of them meet.
Yeah,
You know,
sucks.
unfortunately.
But there's I mean, for the horror fans, a great
Whoa!
Christmas movie has Christmas in the title.
Oh, come on, Dave.
It's called Black Christmas. Have you ever seen that?
No, we're not. We're not talking, Dave. We're talking traditional Christmas.
Yes,
stuff.
Black Christmas was made in the 70s.
Black Christmas.
It was directed from the guy that actually directed A Christmas Story, Bob Clark, Canadian filmmaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Black Christmas is about the sorority house being terrorized for the serial killer that's dressed up in a Santa's outfit, and it's really good.
Well, thanks, Dave.
You know, it's got
Why does he do this,
Andrea. Who was the girl from SCTV? Andrea
Martin?
Martin's in it. What's the girl from the Superman movies? The old
Margot Kidder.
Margot Kidder is in it. The main actress, I can't remember her name. She's real.
Hey, you know what? If you can't remember the names of all these people, then don't even mention the movie.
Black Christmas. Check
know?
it out if you want to have a nice
you're
little
scared.
scare.
What's your name?
This guy's talking about old farts and wheelchairs praying.
You know, if you
Thank
watch
you
a lot
for my
of
heart.
if you
Thank you
watch
for
a lot
my
of classic movies, you might learn something someday, Dave. You
No
know?
one has heard that movie except for you.
Which movie?
The friggin' Jimmy Stewart, like in
Yeah,
Coke bottle
nobody's
glasses.
heard of It's a Wonderful Life, Dave. No.
No, the sequel or whatever.
There wasn't a sequel to It's a
You
Wonderful
said that
Life.
it was fucking.
No, it is. It's
had.
Krueger's Christmas.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Freddy Krueger.
No.
And I'm like, shit, I'm
That
gonna go
would've
rent
been-
that.
Now that would have been fun.
Yeah.
I might be. I think it
he's
was
never
Krueger,
heard
Mr. Krueger. Mr.
Never heard.
Yeah.
Nobody. He hasn't heard of it, and he
Yeah.
likes weird shit like that.
I don't even get out much.
Shane doesn't. You know, he starts talking about sorority, this Black Sunday.
It's
I mean,
Black
we're trying
Sunday.
to. This was supposed to be
Black Christmas.
This was. Oh yeah, Black Sunday's about the whatever.
Irish thing. Yeah.
But we're supposed to be about traditional Christmas
it's very
stuff.
traditional.
You know, and you've ruined It's a Wonderful Life for people, so you need to apologize.
Everybody has seen that movie a million times.
That's all right, but this is a podcast about Christmas movies. That's when we talk about the scenes in
Black
the movie.
Christmas is a Christmas movie.
So, oh God, this is good.
All right, well then you guys are forgetting one movie that I haven't seen. I still haven't seen this movie till this day. Was The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Shane.
It's great. Music's wonderful. Story's not bad, but it's a fun one. It's got the stop motion animation, which I really really love. It's a Tim Burton production, and why am I blanking on the guy's name?
Danny Elfman.
Yeah, Danny Elfman actually does the voice, and this was after Danny Elfman had kind of retired from singing because he had throat cancer, and so but he came back and did all the Jack Skellington stuff.
So that's his voice, Jack Skeleton.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Is Danny Elfman, and he just knocks it out of the park. Danny Elfman's amazing. But yeah, the music's excellent. It's really just the fact that they find these little portals that take you to different holidays. So where Jack is the king of Halloween, and he winds up, in Christmas Town. He's just like, whoa, what is this? It's like holidays and lights and everything. So he kidnaps Santa Claus so that he could take his place because it's Sandy Claus, and when he goes and tries to bring Christmas to people, it's actually quite scary and terrifying. And he realizes that it's not his gig.
Yeah, I know.
So, but it's a great one.
I know some people really, really, really love that movie. I just had never seen it.
Yeah, it's got kind of a cult following, doesn't it?
Yeah. But,
yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to throw that one out there for the fans out there.
Well, now don't forget we do have the David Harbour Violent
Well,
Night.
Violent Night, yeah.
Violent Night, which was
What is that?
it was actually
It's supposed to be a pissed off, drunken Santa. Bad Santa. We forgot Bad Santa and Bad Santa
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I've never seen that either.
yeah, but Violent Night was surprisingly I enjoyed it. I didn't think I was going to.
That's the one John Woo directed, right?
I think
With
so.
Joel Kinnaman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Where he's basically got his sledgehammer and he just goes right. It's basically just Santa Claus fighting terrorists. But he's kind of a drunk, bitter Santa Claus who kind of given up and no one has a Christmas spirit. There's this awful family that he goes and he winds up trying to save the little girl in this family. And it's a strange little movie, very violent.
That's the
but
David.
a lot of fun.
This is the David Harbour movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's another Christmas movie out with Joel Kinnaman that was directed by John Woo. I can't remember. He plays a taxi driver or something like that. But then there's I watched. I don't know if you've seen it yet. There's a movie called Krampus.
Right, I've heard of it.
I finally watched that the other night. I kind of dug it. I know of some people who watched it and didn't care for it.
You know, this crap isn't about Christmas.
Krampus is Christmas.
We want to talk about Christmas.
It's from the German
I know
folklore.
what Krampus is, but we want to talk about good, wholesome Christmas movies. Like, look, here's Mr. Kruger's Christmas.
Well,
That's a nativity scene.
Did you ever see the old
That's Shanana.
Santa versus the Devil?
No.
Black and white.
No.
Horrible little thing. You can get it on Mystery Science Theater.
What's it called?
It's like Santa versus the Devil.
Oh, okay.
You know what? You guys are so awful. I mean,
it's
you're going to
atrocious.
run the Christmas. This is supposed to be the wholesome Christmas movies, not this crap you keep bringing
Well,
up.
I tried to segue out so that we could keep it all separate.
Well, I didn't know you were going to bring in all this other.
Keep going.
You know,
Alright,
we
so-
haven't talked about Danny Kaye, Bing Crosby, and all these classic Christmas
Danny
movies.
Kaye, like Connecticut.
Yeah.
King Arthur's Court. That's not Christmas.
No, but he was in White Christmas. You can't get any more
Nobody
Christmas
has
than that.
seen White Christmas.
Nobody's seen. Are you
I've never
nuts?
seen it. I know
That's
of it.
well, that doesn't say much,
Nobody
Dave.
who's still alive. That's a really old.
Dave,
movie.
if it's black and white, you curl up and cry,
Anyone still alive probably has lost their memory by
doesn't
it.
he?
What's that?
When there's a black and white movie, Dave curls up and cries.
You're the one who cried at the damn
No,
Freddy Krueger.
Remember Casablanca? Oh, I can't watch this. I'll get sick. I guess we better wrap it up. You guys are just going down a hill. I'm blaming you. All right, everyone. This will be released probably around Christmas time.
Probably before, because it's
Hey,
it's
yeah,
one of
Merry
the, it's
Christmas.
probably one of the longest episodes we've had so
that
far.
Aretha Franklin song, "Say a Prayer for Me."
Is that a Christmas song?
No, but
All right, well then shut up.
You need
You guys
it.
keep singing. Man.
You need it. I didn't sing. I just said the
You
line.
sure did sing.
That's not singing. If I sang and make the
That's
it'd
your.
make the angels
That's
cry.
Erskine's singing.
It'd make the angels
I
cry.
can believe that. I'd probably be crying too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's call it a day. So,
All right, everyone.
Happy have a
Have a Merry
Merry
Christmas,
Christmas
and
or
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
happy
Also
Festivus.
Festivus, Kwanzaa.
Hey, quit doing that shit all the
And
time.
what's the Hanukkah? Happy Hanukkah, L'chaim, and
If you can't think up of the holiday, don't say anything, okay?
oh my Jesus Christ! Scott will be on assignment next week with a big bump on his head.
All Wow, this was a long one.
It is a long one. So. All right, we love you guys. Hey, spread the word about our podcasts. Give out links. Share this, like it.
Any suggestions?
Comments down below.
Send to spitballcinema@gmail.com.
Perfect.
There you go. We'll take all your suggestions and just
if there's a movie
that
if there's a movie you know that we'll all sit around and argue and yell at each other about.
There's not a movie that's out there that we don't sit around and argue. Okay. Okay, so just get that through your head right now.